The World Health Organization says more than 3 years since COVID-19 was declared a public health emergency of international concern, less than 30% of the populations of low-income countries have received at least one dose of the vaccine. Vaccine hoarding by rich nations in the early part of the vaccination phase of the pandemic highlighted the gross inequality in accessing life-saving medicines.
WHO believes that the mRNA technology transfer program holds huge promise, not just for increasing access to vaccines against COVID-19, but for other diseases, including HIV, tuberculosis, as well as other diseases affecting lower and middle-income countries for which there are either no vaccines or the vaccines are insufficient. For this reason, WHO is establishing an mRNA research and development network to provide a collaborative platform to expand mRNA vaccine pipelines, accelerate product development, and access to know-how.
The launch of the African mRNA Technology Transfer Hub has been described as a huge win for the developing world. It aims to contribute and enable equitable access to mRNA or spike protein vaccines by increasing manufacturing capacity across developing countries.
We are not only doing it for South Africa, it's also going to assist the whole of the African continent and hopefully also benefit the rest of the developing world. And this directly actually comes out of our experiences with COVID-19. That some of the developed countries were hoarding their own vaccines and we were unable to get them. And also, by the way, it's credit to our president, who actually became the leading champion in the African Union and then in relation to the rest of the world, that we do need to promote local production that will benefit South Africa and, of course, the whole of the continent and the developing world, as I've said. So this is very historic. We also appreciate that we've got partners from Europe.
Afrigen says the launch is an important milestone in the development of its COVID-19 vaccine candidate, Afrivac 2121, which is currently in its scale-up phase. But it also bodes well for the development of vaccines for a number of other communicable diseases and future pandemics. The mRNA technology transfer model allows for sharing of technologies to multiple recipients in order for those in need to be reached quickly through local production.
This is a global program, so we have put a proposed portfolio together that addresses the needs in Latin America, Asia, Africa and Eastern Europe. And some of the vaccine candidates we are reviewing now are HIV, TB, Rift Valley fever, yellow fever, pediatric vaccines, HPV, chikungunya, Lassa, Zika, those diseases potentially that can cause pandemics, but those diseases also that is more endemic to some of these regions.
In the age of the pandemic, the European Commission says it's already contributed 40 million euros to the establishment of the mRNA Technology Transfer Hub. It says it recently signed another 15.5 million euro grant with the European Investment Bank to facilitate the expansion of vaccine manufacturing capacity. Vanessa Puna, SABC News, Cape Town.